Your students, is the screen is visible? Can you see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Students, today afternoon you have lab. Lab I'll start exactly at 2 o'clock. So today we'll execute first program. Part A, first program will execute. Yes, students. In yesterday I started the syllabus. So in last class we have seen the basic definitions. What is browser? What is web server? What is MIME? And the difference between HTML, XHTML. What is um, HTTP? The basic, some of the basic concepts in HTML, that is tags. The tags are very much important. Whatever you demonstrate or whatever you want to execute in HTML program, so with the help of this tags only you can do. So how the format of a tag, we have seen that the tag is enclosed with the angle bracket, or the tag is surrounded by the angle brackets. And here we have a beginning of a tag and ending of a tag. The ending tag must have a forward slash, and this is case sensitive. That also we have seen in the last class. And the standard it's XHTML structure, and commenting a comment, how to comment any line in HTML, we have seen in the last class. Till here we have seen in the last class. And next we have some of the topics, that is the difference between the different versions of HTML and XHTML, and the basic syntax, XHTML documents, and image, hyperlink, list, tables, forms, frames, and the difference between HTML and XHTML. Those concepts we'll see in further classes. The difference already I explained, the difference between HTML and XHTML. Okay, students, this is a standard structure of XHTML document. Actually, students, if you execute HTML program or XHTML program, the extension will be same. The extension will be HTML.html. But in XHTML, some predefined statements, some statements will be there, some mandatory statements will be there, that we have to include in XHTML programs. That is, all the XHTML documents should begin with the following tags. All the XHTML programs or documents should begin with the following tags. See, this is the version. Here we are writing the version XML version is equal to 1.0, means this is the first version. Encoding is equal to UTF-8. This 8 stands for 8-bit. 8 stands for 8-bit, and UTF means Unicode transformation format. Unicode transformation format. These two are the attributes we have to include in the XHTML program. That is version and encoding. Version, we are specifying it as a 1.0, and the unicoding is also a mandatory entry in a XHTML program. And one more thing, here we have to include a doc type. These statements are also important in a XHTML program. That is, doc type HTML is equal to W3C. W3 stands for, anybody know what is W3C? What is W3C? Any idea? W3C?
Ma'am, it's a website for different coding platforms.
Yes. Students, we have a website, W3 School. There,
W3 schools.
you can get a study material. You can execute you can execute HTML programs in this W3 School. And DTT, document type definition, XHTML 1.1. EN, what is EN? Any idea? Ian?
Language English.
Hmm? Ian? Ian? Anybody? Those who have studied HTML in your graduation?
Like
Please
English,
come.
ma'am.
Yes?
English. Ian means.
English. Any other answer? Ian. Ian. Anybody? Can you tell me in the next class? You try to Google it, students. If you are not able to tell, then I'll tell in the next class. See, students, doc type HTML public is equal to W3C DTD XHTML 1.1 EN and HTTP slash colon slash www.w3.org tr XHTML 11 slash DTD XHTML 11.dtd. These two lines are mandatory entries in XHTML programs. Without in your lab also, yes, you can ask, you may ask me that without including these two lines will not do we get output or not? Yes, this note you may get. Definitely you will get the output without including these statements. If you just include HTML and if you begin with the body tag, if you include this body tag, you will get the output. But in a XHTML program, you have to include these two statements. In lab internals, in externals, in any when you execute your regular lab program also, you have to include these two statements, students. Without including also, you will get the output, but these two entries are mandatory. So next we have HTML and XHTML. Here just I have given the introduction about the HTML version, in which year, which version has introduced. HTML 2.0 in the year 1995, HTML 3.2 in the year 1997, HTML 4.01 in the year 1999. Some of the browsers I have mentioned, just yes. Yes, students, as I discussed here, in XHTML and in HTML, here we have some of the basic tags. When we say a tag, then we have to mention this within the angle bracket only. We have to write this within the angle bracket only. When you want to include any image or any list, tables, forms, or any data, any heading you want to include in your web page, or any paragraph of information you want to include in your web page, everything we can do with the help of tags only. Without tags, you cannot execute anything. So I'll first, students, I'll show you one program. In that program, one by one, I'll include these tags so that you'll understand clearly. See here, is a notepad is visible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
See, these mandatory entries I have done in my program. This is the header tag. This is the header tag. In header tag, I have not included anything. Next, my actual program is starting from here, students. My actual program is starting from here. So what I do, Hey students, I have created a one more notepad, one more file with a file name exp1. See, as I told that these entries are mandatory entries in XHTML program. So after that, I have given header tag. From here, my actual program is going to start. Now, if you want to display any data like welcome to see here what I have written there, students. What I have written in my program, I have written a statement welcome to within the body tag. Within the body tag, I have written welcome to BMSI, spelling mistake, BMSIT. Welcome to BMSIT. Now I will include one by one tags in my program. Yes, students. Now I want to make this BMSIT as a bold. I want to make this BMSIT as a bold. So this is the B tag. B tag. If you include B tag for the text, then the text will become bold. The text will become bold. Every time you need to save your program and go to the browser and just refresh. See, this is the previous program output, means without including bold tag, the output is welcome to BMSIT. Now I'll refresh this page. Yes, can you see the difference? Now the content has become bold. The content has become bold. Yes, students, these are all the basic tags I'm demonstrating here. Next, italic. I'll refresh this page, students. Yes, see here. See the difference. Can you see the output, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, students, are you following or
Yes,
any
ma'am.
confusion? Any doubt? If I just explain the see, students, if I just explain the tags, then it may not be clear. So I'm meanwhile I'm demonstrating all the tags so that you'll get a clear idea. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, in my program, I have included two tags, that is bold tag and italic tag. So the bold tag, the content looks different, and the italic tag, the content looks different. See here, the bold tag, welcome to BMSIT. I am studying in MCA department. These two statements I have given in a different line. I have given in a different line. Those two lines are statements are in a different line, but when you see the output, when you see the output in the web page, they are displaying in the same line. I don't want that should be displayed in the same line. I want to welcome to BMSIT. Next, in the next line, I am studying in MCA department. But according to the code, in the code, I have not written in the same line. I have written in a different line. But even though if you write in a different line, it will display in the same line, students. To make it to display it in a different line, you have to include a BR tag. You have to include the break tag. So when you include a break tag in the program, then the output will be displayed in the next line. Then the output will be displayed in the next line. Yes. Now the next line is shifted to the next line. Previously it was displaying in the same line. Yes, students, following?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you may ask doubt, for BR tag, I have not written a beginning tag. Just directly I have
Yes,
written
ma'am.
a end tag. So for break tag, there is no beginning tag. Just you mention a end of the tag. That is with a backslash. With a
Okay.
backslash. Next. In last class, I told heading tag. Heading tag. That is list of subjects. So list of subject I want to show here, students. So for that statement, I have taken the tag H1 tag. I have included H1 tag. Every time you need to save the program, and to see the output, no need to close and no need to once again no need to run. Just refresh the page, students. Refresh the page. List of subjects. Yes, students. Next, I'll take H2 tag. H2 tag. Elective subjects. Closing of H2 tag. Closing of. Refresh the page. H2 tag, elective subjects. Next, H4 I'll take, students. H4, 4, four subjects. Now I'll take H3. H3, labs. These students, here I have taken H1, H2, H3, H4. H4 tags I have taken. Can you see, can you observe the difference between H1, H2, H3, H4, the font size?
Yes, ma'am.
H1 is a bigger font size.
Bigger size.
Gradually it is decreasing. Next, I have not taken H3. H4 I have taken. Then H3. Yes, students. This is H1. This is H2. Sorry, this is H2. This is H3. And this is H4. See, gradually it is decreasing. Compared to H3, H4 is a smaller in size. Correct, no? That's why first I have written H4 and then I have written H3. Yes, like this, the size of the font size of H1, H2, H3 up to H6, gradually it is decreasing. So we have heading tags H1 to H6. H1 to H6. And students, one doubt you did not ask, and I think you did not observe that here. What is that? Yes. Any doubt here you are getting? Any doubt you are getting here? See, I'll tell you. Here, welcome to BMSIT I have written. Without using BR tag, when I included, I'm studying in MCA department, it was coming in the same line. After including BR tag, it shifted, the line breaked there, and the next line statement is displaying in a second line. But for these list of subjects, elective subjects, core subjects, and labs, I have not included BR tag. Then how it is displaying in the next line? I'll show the code. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? See here, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು BR tag use ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Here I have used BR tag, so the next line is coming in the next statement is coming in the next line. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು continuous ಆಗಿ use ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, but I have not used BR tag. Yes. Are you observing, students?
Yes, ma'am.
But even after not using BR tag, the output is displaying in a next line. Why? Because the header tag includes BR tag. Header tag alle irutte BR tag. When you are using H tag, H1, H2, H3, H6, no need to use any BR tags. Yes, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
No need to use any BR tags. Next, we have a image tag. Image tag, yes, students, this image tag is to use, or this tag is loaded in HTML or in XHTML program to display a GIF file or to display a JPEG file. To display any image, we are using this image tag to display a image. We are using a image tag, and the browser, all the modern browsers support two formats of images, that is GIF and JPEG. GIF and JPEG images it will support. Anybody know the syntax of image tag? The syntax of image tag?
SRC.
IMG tag. IMG. Source.
IMG.
Attribute.
Equal to
Yes. IMG. SRC is nothing but the source. IMG means image tag. IMG stands for image. SRC means source is equal to within the double quotes the file name. Within the double quotes the file name, and ALT means alternative text. That also we write within the double quotes, and you can also give the size of the image. You can also specify the width and height of the image, students. You can also specify the width and height of the image. Width and height of the image. Closing here, I'm closing the tag. The syntax of image tag is IMG SRC is equal to, SRC stands for the source, is equal to the file name of which image you want to display, or the path you want to show or display, which image you want to display. The path you have to mention. If this image is not available, then it will display the alternative text. ALT stands for alternative. In the alternative, whatever the text you have specified, you have mentioned that it will display. And you can also mention the size of, you can also fix or you can also edit the size of image. If you are not giving any height and width value, then actual size of the image it will display. You want to reduce the size of the image, then you can reduce, you can change the width and height value. I'll demonstrate, students. I'll show the example so that you'll get a clear idea. To see the program, see here, I have taken the image tag. Yes, students, font is okay, no? You can see the font size. Or you want me to increase the font size?
It is fine, ma'am. We can zoom in the screen.
So IMG means image, SRC means source. Here Siri.jpg is equal to Siri.jpg, ALT is equal to smiley face, and I have set the width and height value of the image. Now I will run this code. Yes, students, what is the output? What is the output? You're not able to see the image. You're not able to see the image. Only the alternate text, what I have mentioned in the program, that you're able to see. Why? What is the reason? Why the image is not visible? See, students, here in my laptop, I have created a folder that is Web 2021. So in this folder, I have saved my program that is EXP1. EXP1 program I have saved. So here in my program, what I have taken, the image file is Siri.jpg. But that image file is not present in the folder. If it is present in some other folder, then I have to mention the path. If it is present in some other folder, then I have to mention the path. If it is present in the same folder, then file name is enough. Yes, students, getting? If that particular image is present in D drive or C drive or F drive, some other drive, then I have to specify the correct path. I have to specify the correct path as a source. If the image is present in the same folder, then just file name is enough. But that file is not available here. I think you can see here the CSS. So many files I have given, the introduction, JavaScript, PHP, Perl, so many files are there. PPT and PDF files are there and folders are there, but no images are here. So if that image is not able to, if that image is not there, then how the program will display that image? So whatever the alternative text we include in the program, that it will display. Or sometimes some virus, because of some virus, if that image is not able to display, then also the alternative text it will display. See the output, students. See the output.
Yes, ma'am.
Now smiley face, that alternative text it is not displaying. The actual image NBK1, my passport size photo scan. See, this is the actual photo size. This is a actual photo size, but in the program, I have changed, I have given the width and height value. Now I have removed the width and height value. I told no, if you are specifying the width and height value, then according to you, the width and height value, the image will change. If you are not specifying the width and height value, whatever the actual size of an image, it will display. Yes, students? Any doubt? Yes, again, I'm retaining the width and height value, students. Please observe whatever the changes I am doing. If I am fast, please tell me, students. If I am fast, if you are not able to follow, please stop me. Please tell me. Change aita image jo? Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
If I am fast, please tell me. And one more very important tag, that is hyperlink or hypertext link. See, this hyperlink tag is used to link from one page to other page. If you want to link from one page to other page, then this hyperlink tag is used. The syntax of hyperlink tag is the syntax of hyperlink tag is or and one more name we have for this tag, student, that is anchor tag. Hyperlink tag is also known as anchor tag, that is a within angle bracket a href is equal to the source, is equal to, see here, is equal to the source file close and next close and the text to be visible, text and the closing of a anchor tag or closing of a hyperlink tag. This is the syntax of a hyperlink tag. This is the syntax of a hyperlink tag, that is a href is equal to the source, close the anchor tag, the alternative not alternative text, the text and the closing of what text that I'll tell student what is that text actually, and the closing of a anchor tag. So coming to the program, see here I have included the hyperlink tag or anchor tag. A href is equal to the source. What source I have given? The Google given, and this is the text, that is Google home page. How it will display, how why we are using this text, I will tell students. And next is a closing of a anchor tag or closing of a hyperlink tag. So I will refresh this page. I will refresh this page. You observe, students, what changes I have done. Please keep observing, students, whatever the changes I am doing. So what I have done is, in the program, I have included a hyperlink tag or anchor tag. So why I am using, what is the use of this hyperlink tag is to link from one page to another page. To link from one web page to another web page, we use this hyperlink or we use this anchor tag. And to whichever page we want to link, here we specify the source name or we specify the address. What is the address here is http://www.google.com, means I am referring this page to the Google page. I am referring this page to the Google page. See here, Google home page. This text I have written here, students. So coming to the output, here, whatever the text you are mentioning there, that it will display here. That it will display as a hyperlink. When you click on that text, it will redirect to the Google page. See, I have clicked on that. I have clicked on this text. I have clicked on this text, students. Google home page. Google home page mele click madide nanu. After clicking there, it went directly to the source. What source path I have given, source address, what I have given. What I have given the source, the address, google.com. In your laptop or in your system, if internet is on, then it will redirect to the Google page. If internet is off, then it will not redirect to the Google page. Without internet, you cannot see the Google page, no, students. So it will not redirect. So now I'll do one small changes. This text I will change. Text nan change ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. Google home page, instead of that, click here for Google page. Click here for Google page. Save. Observe, students. See, now it is Google home page. I am refreshing the page. What it is? Click here for Google page. Click here for Google page. Now, what I have done is, after image tag, I have included BR tag, students. I have included BR tag. Just for 1 minute, I will remove this BR tag. I'm removing that BR tag. And so now what it is doing? It is displaying in the same line. It is displaying in the same line. If I include that BR tag, then it will break and it will display in a next line. It will break and it will display in a next line. Yes, students, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Next we have list. In the list, HTML provides simple and effective way of arranging the elements in a systematic fashion via list. There are several types of list: ordered list, unordered list, and the definition list. Ordered lists. Anybody? What is ordered list? Any answer? What is ordered list?
The list which contains some order.
The list contains
Some order, ma'am.
Same order.
Systematic order.
Yeah.
like point wise, like 1, 2, 3, like
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, the ordered list means the systematic order 1, 2, 3, 4. Unordered list means just there is no order, there is no sequence like 1, 2, 3. Just one by one we display. So the ordered list, in the ordered list, we it will display in a sequential order, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. In unordered list, there will not be having this 1, 2, 3, 4 sequence, just it will display the list. For the ordered list, the tag is OL. For unordered list, the tag is UL. And for the items in the list, the tag is LI. For ordered list, the tag is OL. For unordered list, the tag is LI. Sorry, UI. So UL. See, same thing I have written here. Unordered list, the UL tag, which is a block tag, creates an unordered list. Each item in a list is specified with a LI tag. Same thing for the ordered list. For ordered list, the block tag is OL, and each element in the list, in the ordered list, is specified with LI. I will demonstrate, students. In the program, if I execute and show, you will get a clear idea. Ordered list, as I told in the PPT, OL, and the list items are LI. C programming. Web programming. Closing of a ordered list. After seeing the output, you will get a clear idea, students.
Ma'am, C programming, you have to close the tag.
Yes. Here one extra angle bracket. Yes, students. The ordered list. See, I have not mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm using ordered list tag. whenever you use a ordered list or unordered list, to include a list item, you have to use this li tag. To include a item in the list, you have to include a li. Next item, I'm including li Java programming. Yes, students, in the lab, I'm not going to explain any program. You have to write the program, and you have to execute, and you have to show me the program, because the first program is the same thing, the basic tags. Yes, I have not saved the file, so it was not displaying. Java programming. Yes, students, you are understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, unordered list. I'll include unordered list. What is the tag for unordered list? UL. And for the list item, LI. Every time you have to close the HTML document and refresh the page. Yes, students. Can you see the difference, students?
Yes, ma'am. It is not showing the numbers.
Yes, just it is showing the bullets. Okay, students, I'll stop here. The remaining tags we'll see in the next class. Yes, students, you understood? Bold tag, italic tag, image tag, hyperlink tag, ordered list, unordered list. Any doubt here?
No, ma'am.
Answer your attendance, students. 1,
Yes, ma'am.
2,
Yes, ma'am.
3,
Yes, ma'am.
4,
Yes, ma'am.